Now at 6 a.m. on WKYT this morning, developing news in central Kentucky where a deadly crash has shut down a major road.
A robbery ended with a man shot overnight in Lexington.
And big news about the future of Centerpoint in downtown Lexington.
Tracking, alerting, protecting. This is WKYT This Morning.
Top of the morning to you from the WKYT News team. Welcome in here on Wednesday, April 29th. I'm Bill Bryant.
And I'm Rebecca Smith. Hope you're having a fabulous start to your morning. It is good news that we are going to be warming up later this week and into the weekend, which will be perfect timing for the Derby.
It looks good. And, you know, before we get there, we have a lot going on with the Derby Festival, the Steamboat Race today, the Pegasus Parade tomorrow. Let's check in with Micah at our First Alert Weather Center.
Yeah, if you're heading over for the Steamboat Race today, it looks really nice. Around here, it's just fine. I'm really not seeing much go on. It's one of those days that, you know, it gets a little warmer than what we saw yesterday. We're starting off still on the cool side. We're at 42 degrees right now in Lexington, finishing off at 39 in Frankfort, and that goes for Danville and Mount Sterling. Kind of depends on if you have a few clouds around or not. Mainly dry this afternoon. 67, it's about 3 to 5 degrees higher than where we were just the past couple of days. Focus of the forecast obviously is about the Derby. It's warming up just in time. I'll show you how high those numbers go and what about the weather for it too. That comes up in just a few minutes.
Okay, thank you. Here's the latest from WKYT. Developing news this morning. A major central Kentucky highway is shut down because of a deadly crash.
And this happened a little before 2 this morning on US 27 in Lincoln County, just south of Stanford. State police say one person died in the crash. We have a live look at the scene, which is still very much active. WKYT's Sean Moody's at our live desk now with the latest information into this. Good morning.
Good morning, Rebecca and Bill. This crash killed one person as well as 2 dogs. It still has US 27 shut down in both directions. Now, this happened along US 27 South near 1247. State police say there was a red Pontiac Grand Am with no headlights or taillights heading south on US 27 when a silver Pontiac crashed into the back of it. They say that sent the red Pontiac into a rock wall where it flipped and caught fire. The person and both dogs inside that red Pontiac were killed. Now, the police say there was a mother and daughter in the silver Pontiac. They weren't hurt. They say other drivers stopped to try and help, but police said there was nothing they could do.
As soon as they saw the car, and before they could even put their car in park, the vehicle was almost fully engulfed in flames.
US 27 is still shut down in both directions near 1247. Police said they may be able to reopen it by about 6:30 or so. At the live desk, Sean Moody, WKYT.
And also new this morning, we should mention that Lexington police say a man was shot during an attempted robbery. This happened on Codell Drive, where recently there have been several other robberies. WKYT's Mark Barber is live at the scene of this crime with more on this crime alert.
Good morning, Rebecca. Police say that the most recent robbery here happened at the Cedarwood Apartments again on Codell Drive. Investigators tell me that this is where a man was shot when he refused to hand over his wallet to 4 robbers. Now, investigators tell me that the man was approached by the 4 robbers around 1:30 this morning. According to officers, the robbers told the man to give them his wallet. When he didn't, police say the man was shot in the stomach. He was taken to UK hospital. The 4 men took off. Police brought in canines to search for the robbers, but so far no arrests have been made. This morning's attack is the latest in a string of recent crimes in the area in which robbers have stolen cars and wallets at gunpoint. We asked police if there's anything people can do to keep this from happening to them.
Let's just be vigilant, pay attention to your surroundings, pay attention to your neighbors and what's going on. That's probably the most important thing.
Officers say they are still working to get more information from the man who was shot in this morning's robbery, but they tell us that could take some time. I'm told he is still recovering at the hospital and there is a language barrier. Live in Lexington, Mark Barber, WKYT.
All right, Mark, thank you very much. Our time this morning is 6:04, and the Centerpoint project right in the middle of downtown Lexington appears to be stalled out at the moment. This morning, Lexington city leaders are demanding the site be returned to a green space. Now, this is a live look at the site where construction on an underground parking garage has apparently stalled. Before construction started, the city says it made an agreement with developer Dudley Webb that if work stopped on the project for 60 consecutive days, Webb would would be required to return the site to the green space that it was before construction began. Now, coming up at 6:30, we'll take a closer look at that agreement and have some reaction from the city and from developer Dudley Webb.
Well, calm is restored in Baltimore for now. 10 people were arrested shortly after a citywide curfew was initiated last night. The arrests follow another day of demonstrations over Freddie Gray's death in police custody. About 200 people refused to clear the streets when the 10 p.m. curfew took effect. Police officers in riot gear used tear gas on the crowd. Lexington city leaders will meet this week to talk about how to make the city safer. The Lexington chapter of the NAACP has teamed up with the city for a town hall forum. Lexington Police Chief Mark Barnard, along with other community leaders, are taking part. They say it's a timely forum, but it's not a result of recent events elsewhere.
Really doesn't have to do with Baltimore. It has to do with Lexington, Kentucky, right where we live. We've already put this in motion. This was scheduled before there was even a breakout in Baltimore. So we want to do what we need to do here so our communities can come together.
And this is a proactive thing that we talked about from day one, is we need to show people we're together and not far. We can have differences, but we can discuss them, but we don't want to put our heads in the sand. We want to be proactive.
Employment opportunities will also be presented at this forum. It's scheduled for tomorrow night at 6 o'clock at Winburn Middle School and is open to the public.
3 of the Republican candidates for Kentucky governor are debating some of the state's big issues right now. Western Kentucky University hosted that debate last night in Bowling Green among Matt Bevin, James Comer, and Hal Heiner. And one major topic was health care. All 3 of those GOP candidates said they would get rid of Connect. That is Kentucky's health insurance exchange, because they claim it will cost the state too much money.
We will remove the health care exchange at the state level, because frankly it's a level of redundancy that we can't afford. It's as simple as that. We were lured into participation through the use of federal dollars.
The problem with Connect is 82% of the people that got on Connect ended up on Medicaid. So what Connect became for Governor Beshear was a way to greatly expand Medicaid.
Connect has to end as we know it today. But there are other forms that are being adopted in other states around the country that provide the health care, help move people from Medicaid to private insurance.
A 4th Republican candidate, Will T. Scott, didn't attend the debate because he's on a tour of eastern Kentucky counties. The primary election is May 19th, just about 3 weeks away. An unusual sight in Perry County. Wildlife officials there made an interesting catch right in downtown Hazard.
They caught a bear in a bear trap on Skyline Drive. Last week we told you about a bear that had been spotted roaming around Hazard. They are not sure if this is the same bear. There's no word on what will happen to it next, but let's hope it's all right.
Absolutely. There's a little bear out there.
Now, your zone-by-zone forecast with meteorologist Micah Harris and First Alert Defender.
Traffic over at the Mountain Parkway looks pretty good. I don't see any issues whatsoever. Remember, a traffic update is going to be US 27 right there in Lincoln County. Now, this is just south of Stanford. And if you go just south of downtown Stanford, you actually get into the Lincoln County school areas where the high school and the middle school and also that elementary school sits right there in that one zone. Just south of that, probably 100 feet, is Highway 1247. That is where that wreck occurred. You're going to see major congestion with all you guys trying to get off to school this morning. It is right there at that school system, so just watch out for that traveling this morning. 42 degrees now in Lexington. We're at 41 in Richmond. That goes for London at mid-40s. 39 now in Mount Sterling. It is on the chilly side. And as we go through the day, 67 degrees. Now, it's mainly dry, and I say mainly, that's your key word, because we just can't rule out a stray shower. That's about it, and it's mainly for the far southern zones. I think that's the best bet. But still, 67, mostly sunny through much of your day. That's actually a really nice day. Cool and dry weather is what we have really been talking about, and that's today's talkers too. Derby events, 5Ks, all those races going on Saturday morning. We have the cake race going on Sunday there at Keeneland. We have all these parties happening. The more we get into the week, the more I'm hearing about all these big parties going on. Derby Eve party and also on Derby Day. Events look good. You have the green light. Perfect weather. Indoors, outdoors, it doesn't matter. 80 degrees as we slide on to late weekend and to early next week. So your Derby forecast, Oaks Day, if you're sliding over there to watch the Oaks, there you are at 70 degrees. Very nice as we slide into Derby too. Mid-70s, staying dry. It's perfect weather. I mean, it has really worked out for us this time around. 7-day forecast. The only real chance of rain we have is really tomorrow. There you have a few showers, and that's about it. And they'll be very light. It won't be anything that's going to ruin your day, but still expect spotty showers tomorrow. Temperatures will be pretty chilly too, upper 50s, lower 60s. So tomorrow just doesn't look good. If you're planning on mowing the grass, wait today or tomorrow or Friday rather, and into Saturday into the weekend. You have the green light too. 80s next week, Rebecca. Here comes some really warm air streaming on in. And that is typical because not typical weather, it's just typical when you slide past late April, early May, you finally get out of these cool shots of air because this is that time of year you get those. And that's why they say the dogwood winter, the rosebud winter. Rosebud, yeah, so that's what we're looking at.
We're starting to get into summer, and with this weekend's temperatures, I'm sure there's a collective sigh from the ladies that we don't have to rethink our wardrobes for Saturday, right?
You put everything in the attic. You're good to go here in the next couple of weeks.
All right, sounds good. Thanks, Micah. Each morning, we bring you weather and traffic together. Here's Officer Don now with a look at what is happening out on the roads. Good morning.
Good morning. Well, Micah just talked about the problems in Lincoln County this morning. Here in Lexington, we focus on Man of War. The inner and outer loops of Man of War between Richmond Road and Alumni, milling and paving work continues there. Now, traffic's light enough at the moment, not a real big problem. But as we get into rush hour, that could be an issue, so keep that in mind. Quick look outside. We'll show you what to expect here in Lexington at the moment. I-75-64 at the northern split looks okay. On our Waze map, it looks like a couple of stalled cars, but we're not seeing any major delays. 27 looks good. Inbound Harrodsburg Road, normal traffic. Live drivers on the circle this morning reporting that we are good to go. Now back to you in the studio.
Okay, Don, thank you so much. And Officer Don and Deanne are on 98.1 The Bull. Enjoy them when you get in your car this morning.
Always having fun.
Yeah. Hey, we're glad you're with us on WKYT. Hump Day, Wednesday, and much more news is on the way.
Can you imagine a baseball game with no fans? More from Baltimore, where the violent riots are forcing a historic move by Major League Baseball.
Also ahead, see the controversial ad that has beer giant Bud Light backtracking this morning.